So just take a few moments just to stay in stillness. Returning back to your regular rhythm of breath. Taking a second to tune into the tangible aspects of this day. Notice the temperature of the room around you. Feeling of your bum rooted into the mat, into the floor. See if you can feel your shoulders lean back a little, like weight back. Line the shoulders up over the hip bones. When you're ready, take a big breath in, reach your hands up over your head, a nice big stretch. Interlace your palms, press them up to the sky, flip them up. Nice big stretch, stretch, stretch. A little lean to the right, looking to the left. Inhale brings you back up through center, sit a little taller, and then up and over. Try to press the right sit bone down, keep it heavy and rooted. Slowly come up through center. Both hands drop down by your sides. And let's make our way into tabletop. So taking yourself forward. A few cat-cows here as you inhale. Let your belly drop down, shoulder blades squeeze, lift your eyes, lift your chest. Exhale, press back, round and curl, tailbone under. Spine high, press away from the floor. Keeping the spine rounded, squeeze right shoulder to right hip. Back through neutral, and then squeezing left shoulder, left hip, round the spine, hollow the belly. Slowly come back in through center. Inhale, belly drops down, shoulder blades squeeze, eyes and chest lift up. Look forward, lean forward, chin, chest, throat comes down to the mat. Keep your tailbone high. Elbow, so try not to let your shoulders roll forward into the floor. Press your elbows back. Press into fingertips. Slide through to your belly. We lift up cobra. And release. Take your hands a little bit wider. Maybe you come to the fingertips, forehead to floor. Press into your fingertips, squeeze your shoulder blades, slowly start to rise. We lift up. As you exhale, soften the elbows, drop your head back. And take your time to melt into the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Hands a little bit wider, maybe a little further back. Again, inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale, head drops back. Take your time. One more. Inhale to roll up. Ripple through the spine. Exhale to release. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Heel of the hand lines up with the lower ribs. Squeeze your elbows in and fold back. Press up, tabletop. And move back, child's pose, hips to heels. Stretch your shoulders. Tabletop. Take your right arm forward. Right arm up by your ear. Don't chill. Don't sink. Up and out of the floor. Lean forward. Modified one-arm plank. And then 3 big circles up, back, and around. Taking your time. Getting into your hips. Rotating through your top shoulder. 3 big rotations, and then switch. So we switch directions. You look up to the sky, hand and hips go back. You look forward, you stay close to the mat as you push through. So now the emphasis is more about getting into that bottom shoulder as we push through. Up and out of the floor. When you're done, we pause at the top. Little moment of suspension. Twist. Right ear under. Right temple to floor, left hand to sky. You can stay here or take the left hand behind your back. Maybe walk your right knee a little bit closer. You can lengthen your left leg straight. Working inward rotation through the left leg, external rotation through the upper half. Stay here or work on balance, floating the left leg up. Close the lower half of the body as you open the top half of the body. Slowly release. Left hand presses down into the floor. Pull the right arm up and out. Sit your hips back to your heels towards child's pose. The right arm comes under, but we're not twisting under like we just did. You keep your shoulders square. Your right arm lines up like as high as your collarbones. Press your right elbow down into the mat and try to pull and just traction. A little lean to the left. You're trying to drag that right arm out from underneath you. Your head might not touch the floor, that's okay. Right arm is tight. We've been doing lots of work these last few days. Take your right hand up to the sky. Deep breath in. Both hands come down to the mat. Tuck your toes, float your knees, pause and hold. 3. Press up and out of the shoulders. And then melt into the shoulders. Press up and out of the shoulders. And as you press up and out of the fingertips, your elbows are wrapping back. Your legs are working. Make sure the backs of your legs are squeezing, and then soften. Press back up and soften. One more time, up and out. Drop your knees. Walk your right hand a little bit further forward. Take the left hand forward. We hold modified one-arm plank. Make sure one hip isn't dipping. Keep it square as best as you can. Take an inhale, lean forward. How much space can you take up on these? Take your time. There's no need to rush. How much space, how far can you reach in all directions? How much rotation can you find and create through that left shoulder? Take your time, feel it out. When you've done 3, you suspend at the top and you switch direction. Hand and hips go back. You look forward. Stay low to the mat as you push through. Pause at the top, deep breath in. Left arm goes under for your twist. Press your hips towards the left. Notice how that changes your stretch. Maybe right hand behind your back, or maybe inside that left leg. Stay here, working on the stretch, getting into your spine. Or you float, right leg up. Slowly release. Inhale, open. Sit your hips back to your heels. Weave the left arm under. Same height as your collarbones. Shoulders square. Pressing that left elbow down, trying to pull it out from underneath you. You have a very special symphony today. This doesn't happen usually. As you inhale, press into the right hand. Open that left hand up. Left hand comes down to the floor. Tuck the toes, float the knees, pause. Pubic bone to belly button. Imagine you've just been filled with helium. Everything goes up. Hold, hold. Squeeze your thighs. 3, 2. Press into fingertips, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, move forward, high plank. Chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Land and breathe for 5, 4,